guys, so I'm going to do a 1,250 mile review of the M2. It's a little cold out today in New York, about 22 degrees, so excuse me if I'm shivering a little bit. But I got the car stored away right now just because of some issues I'll talk about in a little bit. But as you can see, it's very clean from the Ceramic Pro I have done to it. Really easy to clean. I like Ceramic Pro a lot. I'll talk about the pluses and minuses of Ceramic Pro in a second as well. But so far the car's treated me well. I've gotten the 1,200 mile service, so I released all the power. Now I'm not on 75% anymore, which is great. The only thing I was a little disappointed in, it doesn't actually give me any more torque than it gave me during the break-in period. So that extra 90 horsepower that you get, that extra 25% of power, you feel it a little bit more on the top end when you're revving it out, but otherwise low-end torque is the same and feels about the same between 2,000 and 4,000 RPM. So anyway, Ceramic Pro, let me talk about it a little bit. Ceramic Pro is great. It has this nice glass finish on the car. Really easy to clean. Probably takes about 20 minutes at most to clean the car. It always feels like it has a brand new coat of wax when you feel it with the back of your hand. Why I got Ceramic Pro is because I actually thought that it would give a little bit of protection to the paint when it comes to scratches, maybe chipping. I was told otherwise about the chipping before, which I knew. But I thought it would help a little bit more with the scratching of the paint. So I was wrong. I already got a few chips on the front here just because I was driving it in the winter. The worst section of the car is right over here behind this rear fender. It actually comes with this nice small piece of clear bra from the factory. Problem is, all around the clear bra, it has little chips all over it. So that is that hurt a little bit when I was washing the car the other day and I started to see that. So this is why I am going to have to wait until probably the spring. I cleaned it up and I just parked it in the garage, as you guys saw me pull out a second ago. I'm going to leave it in the garage for a good amount of time unless we get a big rainstorm that washes away all this road grime. So in the meantime, on the way to work, which I have to go to soon, I've been driving this over here, which is old school wrap 2003 Cadillac Escalade, which has treated me well. Bulletproof car. I'll do a little fun review on it one day to show you guys. So next, like I said, I was a little underwhelmed by that extra 25% of horsepower that I got. So at work yesterday, I kind of made an impulse buy and was hanging out on FabSpeed's website, talking to one of the reps through the texting chat. And before I knew it, I negotiated him down to a price I liked. And I wound up purchasing a Sport Cat downpipe for the car, just so I get a little more power. I believe it's about 25 or so wheel horsepower you get, as well as 36 pounds of torque. So that should put the car closer to 400 horsepower, as well as well over 400 in torque on the vehicle, especially in overboost. So I'm really excited for that. Reason I got that as well is because the sound of the car sounds great. Love it. I've always had a car with an exhaust on it, so this is going to give me a little bit more of a deeper tone to it, as well as make a few more pops and cracks when I'm driving. So I'm really excited for that to come in. FabSpeed told me they actually hand make the product, so it is going to take about 3 weeks to make. I'm really excited for that to come in. I don't know how long it's going to take me to install it, just because depending on the weather. I personally can't install it in my house. I don't have a lift or have any sort of skills when it comes to working on cars. So I'm going to have someone do it. It shouldn't cost more than $100 to do. But it just comes down to when I take the car out again and put it on and do my first modification, which of course I'm going to make a video for you guys to take a look at that. Another thing that is kind of funny that happens with the car is with this key, as you can see right here, the trunk button isn't really covered by anything. So what happens is when it's in my pocket, sometimes, like it did this morning, and my backup camera didn't work because of it, the trunk was open. So got to get out of my car and manually close it unfortunately. I've had the car for about 100 miles with the break-in period. The new power is great. Revving it out is phenomenal. Running it through the gears is great. I wish the third gear was a little bit longer. It only goes to about 95 miles per hour, 90 miles per hour. But when you're revving it out, it just sounds so much better. Another cool thing is I started to find out a little bit more about the exhaust tones and how it has the flaps that open up and close. In comfort mode, it's fully closed. Sport, I found out that it opens up a little bit at certain RPMs. Sport Plus is the same way. When you go into the traction control disabled as well as stability control disabled, it releases the flaps completely open. So you will get the optimal sound from that. I'm loving this color. That's why it hurts so much when I see these little chip marks all over it. I had an opportunity to get it wrapped before I bought it. My friend strongly recommended it. And I thought that I was smarter and got Ceramic Pro, which wasn't the right idea. And that would have cost me about $2,500 to get the front bumper, the hood, and this whole entire rear panel all the way around, as well as the mirrors and this rocker panel, which I heard over time. I was looking at some of the Beamer blog posts on the M2, and I heard this section of the car just gets absolutely destroyed over time. So I'm not excited for that, but it doesn't matter. I didn't get the car for it to stay pretty all the time. I got the car to drive. So I'm going to enjoy it, and this is just a few different things that I love and have little small issues about the car, but that's not a big deal. It's too much fun to drive to complain about stuff like that. So, all right, guys, subscribe and like this video so I could keep posting some more. I'm getting a lot of great views and great comments on the last video. Keep them coming, and I will keep posting once that Sport Cat downpipe comes in. Maybe if it's a nice day, I'll make a video of driving the car out, and we'll go from there, all right? Thanks, and have a good one, guys.
Yeah.